Hello, everyone. This is a first for me and for the studio and maybe even for the company. Super excited to be here with you today. Let's talk first about Arena and PvP mode. The first change that you probably notice is that this button there, it says botín, which means loot in Spanish. And if I swipe down, it changes and it says Arena. This is what we call the distinction for the first time between loot mode and Arena mode. The reason why we are doing this is because we know from your feedback that sometimes you want to play in a chill, casual way where you don't have to think too much because you're watching TV or you're just grinding for resources and you just want the casual, simple experience of mob control where you press a button and go left and right and that's it, right? So we will keep that experience in the loot mode and you will always be able to do that. The loot mode uses what we call loot rules. Okay, this is the same thing that you have been experiencing. In the arena mode, this is totally different. In the arena mode, we use what we call the PvP rules. With these rules, we deactivate all the dynamic difficulty systems, all the matchmaking tricks, everything. We remove all the assistance that we have in the game today, and we use exactly what the defending player has. If the defending player has 3 cards of level 100, you will face 3 cards of level 100 no matter what. If the opposing player has 3 shields, you will face 3 shields, etc., etc. So it's a real PvP, a real player versus player environment. And it's hard. It is really hard if you face a player that is high level and that chooses a good defensive loadout. You will probably not win. And if you, as an attacker, if you have a very strong loadout, then probably you will win more often. This is already live in the game, but it's a very important element. Here in the bottom of the screen, you have this number called 850. This is what we call the loadout power. This number will become more and more important as we evolve the game this year. Now, of course, as you know, you can tap, and it explains you the why it's 850. And of course, as you know, because this is already live in the game, if I change my equipment, it changes dynamically and it shows the number, the corresponding number. Now, going a bit deeper on the arena, on the PvP mode. Here, I'm going to show you first the empty state on purpose, and then I'm going to change to the production server so we can do some battles for real. Okay, but first I want to show you without any control. As you can see now, the UI is very different. When you tap, you enter into the arena screen, and here we have Dr. Normie telling us that we can start attacks, right? So it's a button where I can press, and it gives you 5 recommended attacks. Okay, who are these players? These players are not randoms, it's not bots, no. These are real players who are around you in the competition, right? So either in Champions League or in Mortal Tiers. These are players selected from around you, okay? And you can see here that they have, in the UI, they have their loadout power next to their fist icon. Every time you see the fist icon, this means their power. And you can see that. You can also see some things here, some spoilers. You can see that I get stars. So this type of PvP attacks will be the only way, besides Loot Boxer, to get stars directly from battles. And the stars you get if you win the battle are relative to the power of the opponent. So for example, in this case, the rewards are very low because I am loadout power 850 and these other people are 255. Yeah, so you can see, but if I was attacking people of my level in the production server, the rewards would be much higher. Now, and I already see the question, so I'm going straight to that. TJJPN asks, so ping pong with friends is dead? No, my friend. The opposite is more and more alive than ever. Until today, if you wanted to do this ping pong with friends, it was very complicated. You had to join an active clan and you had to synchronize with them, maybe on a Discord server outside of the game. You had to do like a series of workarounds to make sure that you are in the ping pong. And the majority of players didn't even know this feature exists. When I say ping pong, is the mechanic that endgame players do when they attack each other back and forth, for example, to get a very good piggy race run. Because we know it's so complicated, we are going to fix it in a way that is very cool. From this build, when this goes live, you will be able to tap on any player anywhere in the game. It doesn't matter if it's inside the clan, outside the clan, in the piggy race, it doesn't matter. Anytime you see another player, you can tap on them and open their mini profile. And I'm stopping here because this is a huge achievement for us. Huge development on the back end, on the client. We've worked really hard to make this possible. And here you can see the profile of this opponent. I am in the testing server, so all the accounts are a bit fake. But in a real situation, you would see exactly the cards they have equipped. You would see exactly the level of their skills. And you have the option to do a PvP attack here in the big button. But if you click on the three dots here, you have a new option. You have the option to add friends. So for the ping pong, how it works is you come here and you don't do a PvP attack because this is like competitive attack. You don't want to do a competitive attack to a friend. This doesn't make sense. So you click here, you add friend. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to mess up with the testing server, right? You would add it here. And then here at the bottom, it's in Spanish, but it says basically competitive and friendly. You would tap friendly. And this will be a full screen, fully dedicated screen for ping pong. This is only for ping pong. Basically here you would see your list of friends and you can start the ping pong from here directly without any kind of concerns. You don't have to worry about cooldowns. You don't have to worry about random players taking out your list. It's only dedicated to the ping pong. And of course, the cost is the same. Everything is the same. So again, we are making the ping pong better. We are not removing it. I hope that clears out things for everyone. Then I'm going to explain the tickets. It's the last thing I want to explain. As some of you noticed, in all these screens, there is this icon at the top right, and then it says 5 out of 5. Doing these PvP attacks is going to be very powerful for the competition. It's going to give, if you're good, it's going to give a lot of stars. So we need to balance it a bit. Otherwise, we know that players will exploit this tactic. So we are limiting a little bit the amount of PvP attacks that you can do. How does it work? Every day you get 5. And by the way, all of these numbers we are balancing, but as of today, every day you get 5 for free just for opening the game. So basically, you have these 5 tickets to do 5 competitive battles for free, let's call it like that. Then every day you can get 5 more tickets. I think, I'm not sure, 5, I don't know the final number, but you can get 5 more tickets from the win streak. If you notice in the button under where it says button in the green button, there is a tiny ticket there. Every time you complete a round of win streak, you get more tickets. And of course, in the future, we will introduce other ways to recharge the tickets. But yes, there will be a limit here. Then regarding on how the stars work, because I'm seeing some questions about this. So for now, this number of stars that you get, that they are not removed from the opponent. This was a big debate internally, right? Like, should we, when, for example, if I attack you and I win, should I take stars from you or not? This was a big debate. Many competitive games do it. When someone wins, they take stars away from you. But in Mob Control, we always believe in making the game more accessible. If you want hardcore competition, there are many games. We want to make it a bit more mass market, a bit more accessible for everyone, a bit more chill overall. So in this case, we decided that the stars that you get are awarded by the game as a reward, but they are not removed from the opponent. But there's still an incentive to defend, because when you defend successfully, you get stars for that. And the stars you get for the successful defense depend on who attacked you. So let's say that one of these top players in the world attacks you, and you somehow build a super surprising strategy, and I can tell you, there are some champions that are OP on defense, then you can get a lot of stars for the successful defense. So this is adding a new layer of strategy. Now it's not only about having loot boxer in max level and that's it. You have to as well consider the defense aspect and choose defenders that are strong, right? Another very interesting thing is that the amount of bricks that you loot here, because people are talking about the loot cap, the amount of bricks, the limit, depends on the opponent too. So if you take a risk and you attack a stronger player, you can get both more stars and more bricks. So that's a bit of a highlight of the upcoming arena/PvP mode. I'm gonna do a battle just so you can see as well some of the new UI and some of the new animations. Of course, remember that I'm in the development server, so we will not see a very difficult battle. You can see the new screen, right? Well, this is the same, but you can see there in the back the star, the animated star. This battle is going to be very easy, but in general, well, of course, I won't. This is what happens if you attack a noob. You will obliterate them. Other times, it's much more difficult. Cool. So here I get the reward, and that's it. In terms of live demo, this is all I wanted to show you today. So if you want, we can spend some time answering questions. What timescale are we looking at this for the rollout in terms of PvP and Arena? So this is live in some countries today, and we plan to stay in this soft launch mode as long as necessary to make sure that it's really working well. So yeah, I think it will be easily 6 weeks, 2 months, something like that. But I'm giving you a very long heads up. Attack, this PvP mode, is it only online? Does my opponent need to be playing at the same time? The answer is no. As you know, in mobile gaming, in multiplayer, there are usually 2 modes. It's like the real-time PvP, like, let's say, Brawl Stars, where everyone is online, although they cheat a lot. But in theory, everyone is online and you're playing versus people real-time. And there is the async PvP mode, where basically you're playing against a ghost or against a simulation of an opponent. Mob Control is an asynchronous PvP game, similar to Clash of Clans, for example. So all the attacks are real. You're attacking someone, you're attacking their base, you're attacking against their loadouts, etc. But the opponent does not need to be online. If there's no dynamic difficulty to Arena, how would you prevent pay-to-win folks or longer players not to bully free or rookies? Good question, and I think this one we anticipated it. This is why we have to implement the tickets. As I said, every day all players get 5 tickets for free and they can get additional 5 tickets by completing win streaks. If you are a top player, you are really at the limit. You are competing versus other top players, right? So every star counts, every battle counts, right? So if you have in total 10 PvP battles that you have to use, and it's limited to that, well, it would be a very bad strategy to go and bully a random player in the in a, that has just joined the game, and on top of that, the stars that they get would be tiny. So I think there is no incentive in doing that. Of course, there will be anecdotes where someone decides to attack, or maybe a group of people decide to attack, a new player or something like that. This is why we decided, for example, not to remove stars from the defender. And in case for the defender, well, yes, it means that they will have their shields and energy consumed, but it's not a big drama. It's not gonna, let's say, destroy your gameplay if this happens. I think that's it. If you like the game a lot, please consider making a couple purchases. We have some of the starter packs give amazing value for the price, and this really, really supports our business. Again, if you like it, please keep the feedback, ask for more, and I'm happy to come back. Thank you all, and happy mobbing. Cheers.